Hello, crew. How are you? Helen here with you today to talk about some words. Now, why would I want to do that? There are certain words in your language, your vocab, that will either poison you and your results or will set you up for success. So this is what I want to share today. We're going to have a little chat about how you might be able to improve certain things you say in your language and talking to other people that will help you set yourself up for more success in not only in business, but in life. And the reason that I share this with you is because I've just picked up a book of mine. I've shared this before with you guys, and I'll share it with you again in a moment. And there's certain aspects of this book that I just sort of read every now and again to sort of put my headspace in the right sort of frame of mind, if you like. And I really want to share with you something that I've just read again recently. I think this is really important because people don't necessarily realize the benefit of the little things to help you make a better version of you. And my first video of the 5 videos that I do every week is something to help make you think about being a better version of you. What can you say? What can you do? What can you think about? What can you execute? What can you put into action that's going to help you make you a better version of you? So if we haven't met before, my name is Helen Martin and I'm your online crew captain. And I am here to help home-based business owners, entrepreneurs, network marketers, direct sellers, all of the above, learn more about social media, bring their business online, and learn about modern social media strategies to help you build your business rather than doing it the old school way. So I go live at the same time, basically the same time every day, unless I tell you otherwise, 5 days a week. But the first video of the week is something to do with personal development, personal growth, because some people just don't realize how important that is in the equation. It's not a funnel, a Facebook ad, or any of those things that are going to make you successful, like a hack of the algorithm, anything like that. It's you guys. It's you guys that's going to make yourself more successful. So if you can learn to be a better version of yourself, let me know if you agree. That will help you be more successful in business. So I'm going to share those words with you today and explain a little bit more sort of about that. Couple of things. For those of you that know what I was up to in the weekend, I'm still not 100% myself because of that. For those of you that don't know, over the weekend, I attended a mastermind training on copywriting and building influence on social media. I was a student of that training, but I was also a mentor in that training, helping the students over those 3 nights as well. So we started at 3 o'clock in the morning and went through till about lunchtime, my time. Some nights I slept, some nights I didn't, and I'm still trying to sort of get myself back to normal. But I'm here with you guys, got a great week. We've got a special training coming up this week. Click on the link above to see what that is all about. But if you would like to start planning your 2021 now in relation to you, money, your money goals, and even your money beliefs, because if you've got issues with money, even subconsciously, you will self-sabotage any success that you have with money. It's just a given, guys, so we need to work on those things and your goals in business, and we're going to plan all of that out for the first 3 months of next year. So if that's something that you would like to do, then join us in the next this week. All the details are above on the link, so check that out. Those of you in my coaching community, you're already covered. Just check out the details in the group. So who's here with us today? We've got Chantel. Hello, Chantel. Hello, Cindy. How are you? How's the family? Hello, Andrew. Good to see you on. Oh, this is going to be good. Good morning, Helen, and to all you top 10. Before I read all of that, Rick's got a gripe. This is quite funny. Olive put up we put up a post in the social media group of the top 10 contributors, and Rick's name wasn't on it. So he's got a little beef. Let's see what he has to say. And to all the top 10 people, I'm here early with a long-winded comment to ensure I make the top 10. I think it just comes down to the old adage of women talk more than men. So that's why that full list of women, I'm on the warpath. Look out. Interesting, Rick. Well, you may see some love if you stop calling my dog as having a crab face. But no, it's interaction and engagement. So up to you, Rick. The more vocal you are, you might get up there. Let's see. Hi, Habby. How are you? Anyone that looks like that, it just means you need to give StreamYard permission for me to see who you are. Some people have dropped off lately. So just you just need to click that link again and then I'll be able to see who you are. Hello, Olive. How are you? How are you, Beth? Good to see you here. You made it. I did make it through the weekend, although I'm not quite feeling myself, just not as energized as I normally do. Thanks for your Monday theme. It works great. Awesome. Hello, Andrew. Yep, life member. Hey, Sheila. How are we all doing, everybody? We got Chantel here. Agree. Hey, Nikki. Good to see you on. No worries. I appreciate how hard you work for us. Thank you. I'm not sure who that is, but thank you for your comment there. So where this comes from, a book I've showed you a few times, guys, is this one here. Who's got this? John Maxwell, Intentional Living. So this book is all about living intentionally, and every now and again I pick up, you know, my favorite books and I just look at some of the information again just to help me and remind myself, you know, how my thought processes, because it all comes down to, guys, the way that you think. Everything comes down to the way that you think. And I mean, all of us need to face the fact that unless your bank balance is amazing and you're exactly where you want to be financially and in life and in happiness and all the rest of it, something needs to change. Something needs some more work. So if you're a know-it-all and you think you've got it all down pat, but your bank balance is still not where you want it to be, then you don't know it all. There's something that you need to learn. There's something that you need to hear. There's something that you need to work on to help you get to where you want to go. This is all about living your life intentionally, because how many times have you guys even said yourself, life got in the way? Life got in the way. I didn't complete the video challenge because life got in the way. Oh, and just on that, video challenges that have either finished or just about to finish. The 7-day video challenge, how fast did that go? That was really weird. We started the video challenge and it's sort of like it's ending. 7 days just went really fast, but loving your videos, still catching up with a lot of those. But make sure you listen out for a video from me in the next day or so in the video challenge group. So for those of you that participated, I might have something for you. So keep your eyes and ears open in the next couple of days for something that I'm going to share with the video challenges and something that I'm going to give you the opportunity to take advantage of. I'll briefly mention it tomorrow here, okay? But it'll be a video in the video challenge group. So stay alert, video challenges, okay? What was I talking about? Like this book, okay? So living intentionally. So you plan your life. Like a famous quote, who was it? His name escapes me now. But if you plan to fail, you're failing to, you know, if you fail to plan, you're planning to fail. It's as simple as that. If you don't plan out your life, if you don't have goals, if you don't have things you're working towards, if you don't have things that you put into action, then it's just not going to work. It's like going on a diet. You can't go on a diet without planning your food. It's like, you know, losing weight and doing exercise, or getting fitter or stronger or musclier or losing weight. You can't do that unless you've got a plan to do that, unless you carve out time every day to do that. So you should be doing that for you and your life and your business as well. Okay. Now, one of the things in this book that John Maxwell talks about is the words, and he's got some really good examples in here on how this affected his life. So much so that he went through his dictionary and his thesaurus, that word, and actually chopped out with scissors all the words that didn't serve him. He actually chopped them out of his dictionary and his thesaurus. Now, a lot of us don't pick up those physical books anymore. We just go online to learn how to spell something, or, you know, the program you're using autocorrects anyway. So there's different strategies. So I'm going to give you 2 strategies to sort of start working on this if you feel you need to, okay? So we don't want you being one of those people that says life got in the way. You want to be one of those people that's succeeding in all areas of your life. Like, do you care about this? Do you want to succeed in life? Do you want to generate more income? Do you want to be a better version of you? Do you want to put effort into this kind of thing? If not, jump off this live right now. It doesn't mean anything to you. But if you do, just listen up and have a high level of awareness about certain words that you should be attuned to, whether you're saying them or whether you're not, and what to do about that. Okay, so certain words will actually empower you or disempower you. They will help you become the person that you want to be, or they will destroy you because they're subconscious. Some of you are using words that don't even realize that you're using these words because it's come from your subconscious. So unless you have an awareness of these type of words and you catch yourself saying these kind of words, you've actually got no way of changing it. So we need to have a level of awareness about these kind of things, because unless you have a level of awareness, you can't change. You know what I mean when I say that, don't you guys? Like, people can't change things unless they're aware that they have a problem regarding that thing. So here's some of the words that you definitely want to embrace. And let me know if you say these words a lot or maybe not enough. So these are the kind of words that John has said in his book that you definitely want to embrace on an ongoing basis, and even make more of a conscious effort to use these words in your language, in your messages, when you write, all of the above. Okay? We, can, will, yes, open, fascinated. What's the opposite to fascinated? Starts with an F, something close to fascinated. You can either be fascinated or you can be frustrated. Okay, so there's a lot of opposites in these words. Success, intention, desire, action, today. Like, they're all words that will help you win and will help you set you up for success. So on the flip side of that, these are the kind of words that you want to eliminate. And I assure you, you're using them, but unless you have a high level of awareness of when they come out of your mouth, you just sometimes say the things you say because that's the way you've been brought up. That's your pattern of behavior. That's your normal. So if your normal is not serving you, you need to have a high level of awareness of these kind of words to change your normal. Does that make sense? So me, self-interest, can't, won't, no, quit, frustration or frustrated, overwhelm, but, oh, I'd love to do that, but, yeah, I'll try. Do you know that's one of the worst words that you could use? Yeah, I'll try to get that done. I'll try to do that. I'll try to go for a walk in the morning. I'll try to prepare my food for the week. I'll try to get better at that. Try is one of those words that I've got half an intention of doing it, but I'm not fully committed. Try is just not a word that you want to use. You want to replace something like try to, I will go for a walk in the morning. No, I'll try to make the time to get there. Let's try and catch up sometime. How does that work out, guys? Do you ever catch up when you say that? It's so non-committal, and it's almost giving you an excuse to not actually follow through with what you would like to, but you're just not really committed to enough. So these are the kind of words that will either set you up for success or actually poison you in a certain way. Like, yeah, I'll try to do that. Or I'd really like to, but I just don't have enough time. Or, yeah, I can, but. It makes a massive difference when you catch yourself using those kind of words, because they'll either set yourself up for success or otherwise. And as I said, in this book, John actually went through his dictionary and thesaurus, all those words that I just mentioned that don't serve him, that are not positive words, actually cut them out of his dictionary and that. So just reminding himself all the time, those words don't serve me. I'm going to catch myself when I say those words and I'm going to turn them around. Some of you will be listening to this live or half listening to this live going, yeah, I kind of get it. But this is the kind of stuff that will set you up for success. If you have a high level of awareness of how you talk to other people, how you talk to yourself, how you write, all those kind of things. If you bring in a lot of those words, then you want to go, oh, that's not really the person that I want to be. That's not really going to set me up for success. So I need to change that. So most of you won't go to a physical dictionary anymore and go to the extent of what John did, but there's a couple of little things that I want to share with you from what he said in his book about that you might be able to start with. And one of those things is journaling. Do you journal, or have you journaled in the past? Like, do you just write down how you feel? Sometimes journaling is really good if you live alone or you have limited people to talk to at the moment because the situation that we're in around the world. Journaling can be really good to get things off your chest. Journaling is also really good because you might want to say something to somebody that you know you shouldn't. Journal it and then screw it up and get rid of it as if you've already had that conversation, those kind of things. But the purpose in this context, when you journal, is to then look back with a different set of eyes as the words that you are using. How do you explain your day? How have you written regarding what you want to do or what you've done for that day? Like actually really having a look at those words that you've put down in the journal and critique that for yourself, because you can actually look at it from a different set of eyes in, wow, that was really negative on what I wrote out yesterday or a week ago. So journaling can be one of those things where you can actually catch yourself using the words that you use, because a lot of you will use words subconsciously because that's just been your past. That's just your natural thought pattern. But you can't change that thought pattern unless you have a high level of awareness. So unless you catch yourself saying it or writing it at the time, you might need to catch yourself saying it or writing it after the fact. Does that make sense? So journaling is one of those things, just a bit of writing here or there at the end of the day, just writing down what you feel, journaling in the morning about what you want to achieve, that just writing down how it is that you feel, you think, and whatever, and you can catch yourself with positives or negatives in how you write. Okay, so that's one little tip. And you know, in that, with that journaling, you're going to work on things slowly. So nothing happens. You can't suddenly go from kind of being average income earner to being a really successful earner without some work in between, but it's incremental. You know, John says it in this book that it's small incremental, you know, steps that's going to make you successful. It's small incremental steps in the way that you think, because the way that you think is actually formed from your beliefs, and that will dictate the action that you take. So if your thoughts aren't serving you, neither will the action. If you've got lots of doubts about who you are, your action will follow that. If you've got lots of fears about talking to people, taking actions to grow your business, doing certain things, that will also result in the actions, which won't result in positive results for your business. So everything relays back to the way you think. And that comes from the words that you say to yourself or say to others. So we need to have a high level of awareness about this. Otherwise, you've got no concept of changing it. And if you can't change it, but it's not serving you right now, you'll probably never get the success that you want. That's the bottom line. What's one of John's? Yeah, there's two sayings I loved of his. I wrote them down. You can have reasons or results, but you can't have both. Just check in with that for a second. You can have reasons or results, but you can't have both. They don't coexist. So that's a good one to remember. The other good saying that he had, and I think this rings true for everybody, you will never be more than how you see yourself. So just think about that one for a sec. You will never be more than how you see yourself. So how do you see yourself? So this is number 2. So number 1 is journaling and small incremental things like analyzing your words. You know, things like losing weight and getting healthier, they're incremental. You start eating better, you start walking, you start exercising. So small steps to help yourself be the better version of yourself. That's step 1. Step 2 is, in his words, believe big. You've got to believe. And I'll say that again, you will never be more than how you see yourself. So if you see yourself as kind of average, guess how your life is going to play out? If you see yourself as being an average income earner and you don't have belief that that will be different sometime in the future, you'll probably never have a great income. So you'll never be more than how you see yourself. So how do you see yourself? Really, really important. So his point about believe big, you have to believe big. Believe in yourself, believe in others when others don't. So, and I want to give you just a couple of examples of what he said in his book. Just check this out for a second. So he believed in himself, and that's what made him successful. So belief in yourself, and we're going to be talking more about this in your Breakthrough Year Bootcamp this week, for those of you that are joining me for that, is about this belief in yourself, because you'll never be more than how you see yourself. So he's saying he had belief in himself, and that kept him going when others doubted him, or, you know, that wanted to limit his way of thinking. Oh, you'll never achieve that. He never believed those kind of comments. When people were putting him down and saying, as if, like, that's a huge goal. Like, never limit yourself and your belief about what you can achieve. So a couple of examples, he said, here's what I mean. When he was 25 and many people thought he could not lead a church, so I'll read it from how he's writing it. When I was 25 and many people thought I could not lead the largest church in my denomination, I thought I could, and I did. When I was 27, I told my wife I'd be a millionaire by the time I was 40. She thought I was nuts and worried she'd be in trouble. I wasn't nuts and she wasn't in trouble, and I accomplished that goal. When I said Equip, that's his nonprofit, the nonprofit I founded with my brother in 1996, would train 1 million leaders around the world. Some thought I was reaching too high, but I reached it anyway, and it happened. And the last one, when I had to make a 13-foot putt on the 18th hole at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am to make the cut to qualify for the final round, my caddy wasn't sure that I could do it, but I did. So his point here is his belief in himself outweighed anybody else's belief. You know, sometimes people believe in you more than you do yourself, and you need that in the beginning. You need people to believe in you sometimes more than you believe in yourself. I know that for, you know, people in my coaching community, people I work with closely, sometimes I've had more belief in them than they've had in themselves, but you got to start somewhere. But your belief in you and what you can achieve will either make it happen for you or make it don't, but the words that you use will contribute to that. So get rid of the words that I mentioned before, replace them with the words that I shared with you that are positive ones, because just remember, at the end of the day, you will never be more than how you see yourself. So if you believe you can be wealthy, you will be. If you believe you can be amazing at something and you can actually see that, physically see yourself for that in the future, then you're more than likely to get there. And that's what John has done all his life, is believed in himself, backed himself when no one else did. So do you back yourself? Do you have unwavering belief when somebody says that won't work? You won't do that. Yeah, I'd like to see you try. Come back and tell me when you've made some money, and then I might start to listen. Heard that one before? So in relation to belief, some final thoughts here. He's mentioned this. So this is from him, not me. Successful people believe in themselves. So if you don't have that belief in yourself, you know what work you need to do. And this is the incremental things that you need to do to help you get to where you want to go. You can't just suddenly not have belief one day and then have belief the next. It doesn't happen that way. You have to retrain your brain to think positively and not negatively. And that takes time. So it takes hard work to turn around that way of thinking that you may be used to. Believe in your mission. So not only believe in yourself, but believe in your mission. What are you trying to achieve? Believe in that. Believe in who it is you're trying to help. What is it you're trying to grow? What's the benefit that's bigger than you? So believe in what it is that you're doing. Believe in your people. And what he meant by this is find your tribe of people who support you and believe in you. So some of you will have people around you that are not supporting you. They don't support you emotionally, or, you know, are in your business, or even are willing to support your business. So don't focus on those. Surround yourself with people that have a like-minded vision to you, thought process that you want, that lift you up when you listen to them, have a conversation with them, and you're motivated by them. So you've got to have belief in your people that are around you. Surround yourself with really amazing people that uplift you every time you talk to them. Really, really important to build your belief. There is a whole book on this, guys. I'm not going to go into the whole book. I just wanted to pull out that particular section because it's so, so important. Everything you think drives your success or otherwise. The words that you use, oh, I can't do that. Oh, but life got in the way. That's your choice to say that, to allow that. It's a choice. You either choose to plan life or you plan your life to set yourself up for success. And that's what this week's training is all about, your Breakthrough Year Boot Camp. So if you would like to join us for that, we're talking about your belief, we're talking about money, and we're talking about your business goals. And we're putting all that in a plan for the first 3 months of next year. So if that's something you need to work on, I can help you with that. Okay, I just want to check in with a few comments to see what you guys think of about that. I've tried, but I have such a hard time sticking with it. So that's where the small incremental steps, and, you know, don't beat yourself up about things like that. If you don't stick to things, you just regroup and it goes, well, that didn't work very well, but and there's lots of things you have stuck to, Laurie. Laurie, this year, you've got off the Mountain Dew. You've ditched the cigarettes. You've made progress in your business. There are a lot of things that you have stuck to, and you're becoming a much better version of yourself. I'm not saying that you weren't a good version of yourself, Laurie, but you can stick to things. So don't tell yourself that. And this is where your language for yourself is really important. Don't tell yourselves you can't do things. Don't convince yourself that you're not good at things. It's just a choice whether you think you're good or bad at something. There shouldn't be a good or a bad. And it's like, okay, well, that's me in the past. That's not the me I want to be in the future. You choose that way of thinking. So choose wisely, because all those thoughts translate into words, which translate into action. If you say to yourself, I've tried that. I'm not picking on you, Laurie. I've tried that, but I have a hard time sticking to it. It's always going to be hard. If you say to yourself, I have such a hard time sticking to a diet. I have such a hard time exercising every day. I have such a hard time reading a book or something like that. If that's what you tell yourself, if that's the words that you choose, guess what? That's your reality. I love you, Laurie. You know that. Hey, Jackie, how are you? Maybe I don't know how. And maybe it's just a skill that you're missing. I'm like, but mine finally made it. I'm not sure who that is, but hello. Journaling is extremely powerful. That's right. There is something about physically writing things down that can shift your life. Absolutely. Also learning. Like when I'm, you know, even on the weekend, the 3-day seminar, the workshop that I attended, you know, I was learning as well as mentoring. But I physically like to write my own notes because it helps me get it from here. It actually, I absorb it more when I write things down. So, and destroy, but people don't realize the power of your words and your beliefs. Your beliefs stop you from being amazing. Your beliefs could stop you from being a millionaire. If you believed you could be a millionaire, you can be, guys. And a lot of you, as soon as I say that, you're going, yeah, I want it, but that's probably not going to happen for me. So belief is huge to work on, but your thoughts actually are what dictates your actions. So if you don't control the thoughts and work on them slowly and slowly, incrementally change the way you think, it'll never change the actions which will help you to become a millionaire. Does that make sense? Karen, this is so true. Carol, I read this book and it's an excellent read. I've thought about doing a journal or a diary for 2021. Wish I started that for 2020. Would have been an interesting to look back on. Absolutely. I'm not sure what started it for me, but when I went to boarding school. Anyone been to boarding school? When I was what we call year 7. So not even high school yet. I went to boarding school, and day 1 was when I started writing in a diary of boarding school. And I remember my words. It was because it was so hot. And I remember writing, I'm sweating like a pig. This is my first day of boarding school. And it went on from there. I've still got those diaries. And I reckon for, I don't know how many years, but every single day for years and years. And I've got all those diaries. I've just got to work out. Part of me just wants to burn them. I don't know why. I think because that's just, you know, there were boyfriend stories and breakups and all sorts. If my dad read those diaries, he'd probably be a bit shocked. I'm just not sure what to do with them. Every now and again, I just pick them up and read them and go, oh my gosh, did I really do that back then when I was that young? That's an awesome idea. So maybe that's a goal for 2021. Start journaling. What you feed. Yes, feed yourself comes out. Absolutely, Jackie. My sister made a comment during the last visit about, oh, you mean doing something more than sitting on your ass all day. Oops, did I say that out loud? Yeah, you did. I've always had to and have believed in myself. Awesome. She obviously doesn't believe in what I'm doing, and that's okay. You don't want to try to convince people of what you do is good or anything. Some people are going to be with you and some people are not going to be with you. It's your life. It's not theirs. Don't let other people dictate what you do and what you don't do. And don't let other people dictate your belief either. It's your choice. You choose how you think, what you say, what you do, whether you absorb somebody else's feedback or not. That's all a choice. All a choice. Okay. So I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I've talked long enough. But have a think about those words, positive words, negative words. Catch yourself when you're saying those words. Oh, try to do that. Then go, oh, no, I'm not going to try. I'm either going to do it or I'm not going to do it. Like, make a decision. But really, really powerful. Words will dictate your life, guys. So put the effort in. If you're not where you want to be, it's probably coming down to the way that you think. So it might be, well, I think there's always room for improvement for everybody. Would you not agree? We're never perfect, nor should we try to be, because perfection doesn't exist. But it comes down to you. It just wholly, solely, 100% comes down to you. If it is to be, it is up to me. So you choose. Make wise choices as to the words that you use, okay? So take that for what it is, guys. Adopt it. Think about it. Maybe set a goal from next year. If this kind of stuff resonates with you, then please join us this week for your Breakthrough Year Bootcamp. I'm going through some amazing stuff in this bootcamp. I'm excited about the outcomes that people are going to get out for planning for 2021. So that's up to you. You can either let 2021 just happen, or you can plan for some pretty cool things to happen in your life. That's up to you. Okay, so I'll catch you guys same time tomorrow. So have an awesome rest of the day, and don't forget video challenges. I may have something for you, so listen in to tomorrow's video. Okay, bye.